Next one is order under Section 3 of the Ports and Airport Development Levy Act. Who is presenting this, please? Dr. Kapila?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this gazette was issued under tariff liberalization program of the removal of para tariff that I think Singapore FTA has already effective from December 2023 onwards as part of removal of para.
Yeah.
So before that,
I'm sorry, just a housekeeping matter. We are taking the casino thing. So ask the central bank people to stay here. FIU people and central bank people. No, just go ahead. We'll go to the casino one next. Go ahead.
so as such, as part of removal of para tariff, ports and airport development levy has been categorized into two phases. One is 0 rated one, other one is 10 rated one. 0 rated one already will be removed under this agreement, and also the 10th one will be phased out in 5 years. So this gazette was issued to remove the single point, the 0-1, as well as 1/5 of the PAL rate. That is, for example, the 2018 PAL rate was 7.5. So out of 1/5 is 1.5. So then rate will be 6. So in the same way, 2.5 will be reduced as another 0.5. So the 2% will be remain. So then that's the order that was published to accommodate this removal.
TTIC MBTS here, which was what we discussed previously. We have had a correlation between the MBTS that we are legitimizing here, and you have brought it into this regulation.
Which one? The PAL? This is Singapore Free Trade Agreement.
Singapore Free Trade Agreement.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So then the government's position, Honorable Deputy Minister of Finance, is that we continue with the Singapore Free Trade Agreement without any adjustment, because this is what was agreed after it was suspended by the previous Maithripala Sirisena government and restarted, even though we were like 5 years behind schedule, and Singapore, the government of Singapore made a special provision to say, okay, that's fine, you all had some difficulty, let us proceed. So if that is the case, then we go ahead with the Singapore-Sri Lanka's Free Trade Agreement, and the PAL rates, which is the para tariffs, will be removed. All para tariffs will be removed over a period of 5 years. Is that correct?
Chairman, I think there's no option because these agreements are signed. Do we have any option in relation to this, DG?
No. The option that DG has no option. The
can-
government has an option.
Our government has option.
I mean, it is up to
It's
the
not
government.
cast iron.
It's not cast iron. I
Only
mean,
thing free trade zone, free trade agreement maybe.
no, because actually, Honorable Suraperuma, what happened was Honorable Sirisena abruptly stopped this. Abruptly stopped it.
So abruptly stopping, Chairman, is it allowed according to the provisions in the agreement?
Anything is possible, no? Because it's an agreement and they've stopped it. What happened was this, if I may, the previous Wickramasinghe government entered into this agreement. Then President Sirisena actually stopped the implementation of the undertaking. Now this is the implementation of the undertaking. The undertaking was to remove all para tariffs over a 5-year period. So there's a 0 and a 10. So each one is going off by 1/5 every year, and in 5 years all para tariffs between the trade of goods and services, or goods only. Goods will be 0. So that is the process. I mean, so by allowing this, Honorable Minister, what we are saying is the government is in agreement with the continuation of the Sri Lanka Free Trade Agreement. That's what I just want to make sure that, I don't want to mess up with government policy, but the government has brought this for us to sanction, and I have no problem in doing so unless you have.
No, there will be 3,200 para-tariffs that will go off, no?
Yeah. That's the
long-term.
plan.
And there was a court case against this. Any
Singapore one, no
No,
case against
no case,
that.
no
but
case.
I think
There's only
Thailand
threat.
one.
Huh?
Thailand one has a case.
There's a case.
DG, what's the compulsion to introduce this now? At this point in time?
It's a ratification.
Because there's an agreement entered with the government of Singapore. So that's the implementation part.
10 odd years, as the chairperson is saying, right?
No, this is the first time we are going to remove the para tariff.
So that's really, I
Yes.
think that is what the deputy minister is asking. Why right now? Why this? Why are you bringing it right now? Is what he's asking.
Honorable member, this was brought in on the 28th of March 2024.
Yes,
Right.
This is because it has got delayed,
Delayed.
Honorable Minister, we are getting to it only now.
Now,
So this is technically done.
done.
We are just ratifying it.
Yeah.
Because the
Already done,
law is, a gazette cannot become law unless it is passed by Parliament by a particular date. Sometimes they are 90 days, 60 days.
Is
or-
there a deadline for this?
Just one moment, Honorable Member.
No
Yeah,
deadline,
or
yeah.
as soon as possible. So there are three multiple limits. What happens is, if Parliament does not approve, then without prejudice up to that date, it is no longer valid.
Yeah.
So generally it doesn't happen.
No, but
I
this-
mean, if it's there's no legal barrier to proceed, like there's no like 6 months or 3 months issue, can't we take some time on this? Is it okay?
So as per the actually section 4 of the so this as per the PAL Act, so it says as soon as convenient.
Yeah,
there's
so
no
I
time,
think convenience is decided by the government. My view, personal view here is, Dr. Surya Peruma, we need to take some time to review this.
You don't want to approve this? Are you sure, Mr. Minister?
If it says at the convenience and
No,
as
what
soon
is
as
the law
possible.
say? Look at the act. This
Law
is under
says,
the under the Ports and Airport Development Levy Act. What does the law say?
It says 2011 අංක 18 දරන වරාය හා ගුවන් තොටුපොළ සම්බන්ධ බදු පනතේ 3 වෙනි වගන්තියේ 4 වන උපවගන්තිය ප්‍රකාරව ගැසට් නිවේදනයක් මගින් ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කරන සෑම නියමයක්ම ගැසට් නිවේදන නිකුත් කළ දින සිට හැකි පහසු ඉක්මනින්
Yeah.
අනුමැතිය සඳහා පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට ඉදිරිපත් කළේ.
So this is, like I said, there are some where it says as soon as possible. So this is one that is as soon as possible.
No, I think there's a policy decision that has to be made by the government. Right? I mean, if I'm not.
We'll review that one and get back.
It's a major
It is a major call.
major call you are making.
Yeah,
Yeah, major call you are making, Honorable Minister, right?
fully
There is revenue erosion.
aware of the fact of that one, but we will, because we have waited all this time since last year, since the
Because
gazette was
honestly,
issued.
I mean, this is an international agreement. International
is.
agreement, I must give you the background to this, Honorable
24th.
Minister. Background to this was, it was stopped arbitrarily by a particular government. Then these people had to have serious negotiations to restart this, right? And then the Singapore government, under exceptional, correct me if I'm wrong, you all are the officials, sort of under exceptional circumstances said, okay, we don't mind, please go ahead. Is that correct? That is correct. So if we are going to take a decision to once again delay this, there,
Yeah.
No to the FTA. We are just saying that we need time to review.
We need to
this.
review.
The
That was
government has
our
to review.
policy. That was our policy in the election also. And I don't know whether you have a
This is not a
stakeholder
yes or no position.
stakeholder view of this. Have we consulted stakeholders, industries?
So
you know, we are, I mean, sorry, go ahead,
Yeah, so we have representative from Trade and Investment Policy. I think she can explain on this.
I mean, this This is a serious decision.
We are-
if you
we are not-
Chairman, one reason why we are taking it up here is once again to give us that final look whether it is to go ahead or not. So at this point, I think with the support of the members, we will take another look at it instead of approving at this time.
Well, it's my call. At the end of the day, what we will decide. So, I mean, I don't want to go for a division here, but I want the official to explain. Somebody was going to make some explanations. Yes, please.
I represent Department of Trade and Investment Policy. Currently, this gazette was published based on a cabinet decision in 2023. Based on the same cabinet decision in January 2024, we published two gazettes on CID and the tariff liberalization program of CES and CID. Those gazettes, two gazettes are already approved. Currently, we have sought advice from the Minister of Finance on whether to continue with the agreement or because the next installment is due in after this January. So in that case, we need advice whether to implement that installment in those two, say CID and PEL, all the taxes, or to review these agreements and give us better advice on continuing this agreement or not. Currently we have sought advice from the Minister of Finance. We are waiting for that instruction.
Follow it up with us and we will give our policy direction through the DST and the team.
As of now, the cess is withdrawn, that you're not paying this at the point of entry, no?
No, you're not.
You're
Because
not paying.
once a gazette
It's
is
only-
issued, it's done.
Okay, so government is policy.
So currently this has been done.
So actually, under the World Bank initiatives, the para tariff will be removed within 5 years. For example, we have now removed more than 4,000 HS code. That's only the now remaining part is another 4,000 HS code. That will be phased out within next 3 to 4 years time. So that's also part of the government. So I
But
think
Minister, you have a look at that also, because
Also
there are
that
certain
one.
manufacturing that has got affected. I mean, this is just a prescription by the World Bank. Look at it as to how, because our interest rates are high, all of them put in together and then come with your government policy.
Well, actually, this is not, Honorable Minister, this is government policy. Government policy is what is being debated here, not World Bank's policy. I mean, as the
No, question was, World Bank is what prescribed this.
No, World Bank didn't prescribe this. Is government's position, right? So I, as a chair, don't agree with the members on this one, but that is my personal view. I am in favor of this, but listening to the members' request, we will not approve this, even though personally this is not my view. And we will ask Honorable Minister of Finance to come back to us. How long do you think, Minister, you will need for this?
So we'll deliberate it and we'll keep the team informed quickly. It's not about not going ahead or going ahead.
No, we can't approve it today, that's what
Yes,
you are saying.
that's right.
Right, so
I think
We will get back.
the
We
fact
will
is
get back
this,
to the
right?
question.
So it's just that to be like these decisions are taken through previous cabinets, and the industrialist, the view has to be sought by the new government in order to go ahead with that. So as soon as we do it, we'll do it quickly, and then we'll go ahead with this.
Okay, so please inform government business that we are withholding this for tomorrow. We can't debate this. Right, so then it is being held back. Then the next point, thank you, Dr. Kapila.
There's a problem arising, sir. So the overall coordination with regarding the FTAs were done by OIT. The office functioned under President Secretary. Now it has been dissolved, sir.
Well, that is not this committee's problem. Listen, this is not this committee's problem. The BOI and all that was supposed to be removed, or the they were not going to function any longer. There was OTI was going to come, economic something else was going to come, various things. As this is not this committee's business. That is government business. So the government will have to decide whether they are going to have the OTI or not.
That's not an issue. We
Yeah,
will-
so it
we will
is
let you-
irrelevant to this committee.